this team, top to bottom, in open field tackling is incredible. And it feels like it's a lost art in the modern NFL. Ward, Diamonor Lenore, the other Ward, Mooney Ward, Greenlaw, Al-Shair, Warner, the entire team wraps up.
You know, this has been a staple ever since Robert Saleh ran this defense. Thanks for the call, Mo. Appreciate you from OKC. Since Robert Saleh was coaching this defense, what we say every year, Shasky, the Niners are the best tackling team in football.
Yeah.
They don't miss a lot of tackles. Yesterday, when one guy wraps up the pursuit of the ball, you see all 11 guys go to this drill in high school under Coach Keeve at Washington. We did this drill at the end of practice, pursuits of the ball. He throw it to one spot, defense go fly around, and all 11 had to go to that spot before running back to the line of scrimmage. I see this every single play with this 49ers defense. They run to the spot, all 11 guys, they shed blocks, they tackle, they gang tackle. A lot of teams in today's NFL, because you don't practice tackling in practice. So the fact that the Niners don't practice a lot of tackling in practice, and yet they're still one of the best tackling teams year in and year out, I think it's a testament to DeMeco Ryans. It's a testament to these players as well, and the system. John Lynch, the architect of this defense, from the press box saying, I need a defense like the one I played with in Tampa Bay. I the best tackling team in football.
I always hear this from analysts that it's this cliche thing. Turnovers are very unpredictable year to year. And I'm always like, well, that's such a discredit to a defense that actually forces turnovers.
Right.
When I watch this team, incredible pressure up front creates chaos downfield. Right? That's the big takeaway. The other part, so you're allowing secondary players to jump routes, make plays on the ball, and your quarterback can't step into his throws. And so 9 times out of 10, he's kind of throwing blind. And so that's when you make mistakes as a quarterback. The other part that you're talking about in terms of tackling, Fred Warner does it on every play, and so does Dre Greenlaw. Oh, you're going to fight for an extra yard or two? I'm coming in to either clean your clock or strip the ball out. The guitar string, as I call it, from Fred Warner. That's not by accident.
Right.
That's a skill.
No,
to me, that's a skill.
Well, and that's what turns you into from a good defense to a great defense.
Yes.
When you want to become a great defense, well, are you getting the turnovers? Are you forcing the turnovers? It's one thing to force 3 and outs. It's one thing to bend but don't break. But are you forcing turnovers? Geno Smith looked rattled yesterday. His eyes stopped looking downfield, and it was looking at what was in front of him, which is the pass rush. So when you can force turnovers, now you put yourself in the conversation for being a great defense in the modern era. Again, they came in before that game kicked off yesterday, the 49ers are giving up 14 second-half points in the last 6 games.
That's crazy.
14. They gave up another 10 yesterday. That's 24 points in the last 7 second halves the 49ers defense has given up. You don't score against them. You don't score. It just doesn't happen.
Say that again.
24 points given up in the last 7 second halves.
Not much.
3.5 points, basically.
A game.
That's
in the second half.
Wow.
The last 7 second halves.
And I know we've gotten away from it because we got to it last hour. The defense is absolutely outstanding. I can't get over how great Christian McCaffrey is. It's one of the great trades in base sports history in season. I just, what he's done to change the run game, the pass game, make it so much more palpable for your quarterback, what he's done for Shanahan. McCaffrey's a stud. I said it the day they tried. I said, I think they got their best player on offense. And they're loaded offensively. Is he their best player on offense?
Not even close.
Isn't that a statement, though?
Not even close.
Ayuk is very talented. George Kittle's very talented.
It's McCaffrey.
Debo's so talented.
And this is why.
Trent Williams?
And this is also showing you, across the league, you need a home run hitter at running back.
Yes.
When you have a home run hitter at running back, you may not win a Super Bowl, but damn it, you have a hell of a lot. You have a better chance to win one. That's why Pacheco for Kansas City is a key.
Yeah.
Why do you think Buffalo's trying to get James Cook going?
Yeah.
They're trying to get that explosion out of their running back position. Tony Pollard has made such a big difference for the Dallas Cowboys outside of Ezekiel Elliott. Tony Pollard's been amazing for the Cowboys. Miles Sanders been amazing for the Eagles. When you have a top-flight running back, it makes your offense, takes you to another level. And that's why I wanted a bell cow, and they got one with Christian McCaffrey. And how did they get it with Christian McCaffrey? Because John Lynch put his damn balls on the table and said, here's a second, third, fourth, and a future fifth-round pick. I need number 23 in red and gold. And it's been a big-time move. Think about the moves John Lynch has made and didn't make this year. He allowed DJ Jones and K'Wan Williams to go to Denver. Said, look, it's going to be tough. 3 years, $30 million, a little too steep for us. Thanks for the memories, DJ Jones. Thanks for the memories, K.Y. Williams. He let Lincoln Tomlinson go, which we thought, why didn't you franchise the guy at left guard?
Wrong.
We both were wrong on that one. He let Lincoln walk and said, I got faith in Aaron Banks because we drafted him, we redshirted him, we developed him. Now nobody even says a word about Aaron Banks, which means he's doing a hell of a job when you don't bring up an offensive lineman's name. To make the move for Mooney Ward to give him the money. We didn't know who Mooney Ward really was. We knew Kansas City. We knew about Mahomes. Mooney Ward, okay, we'll see. This guy's shadowing DK Metcalf. Wherever DK went, Mooney Ward went.
He's been an outstanding free agent signing.
Outstanding. Let Jaquaski Tart walk and said, Hufanga, we're going to trust you at the strong safety position.
Yeah.
Jimmy Ward gets hurt in training camp. Let's bring in Tashawn Gibson. He's going to solidify the free safety spot, and he hasn't relinquished it yet.
No.
He's been so good. Jimmy Ward's got to play slot corner.
And Jimmy's been great at slot corner.
He has. Giving Dre Greenlaw the extension.
Before the season. Basically, what, week 1? Week 2?
Week 2 or something.
That's a great extension.
I mean, how much money has he lost by signing that extension so early?
God, I love Dre Greenlaw.
John Lynch, the moves he's made and didn't make.
That's a great point.
Standing pat with Deebo Samuel, saying, you're either going to have to hold out, but you got to come to training camp.
Yeah.
And we're going to work out a move to sign you as a 49er and make you a 49er for the foreseeable future.
Trading Jeff Wilson Jr. midseason and going with Jordan Mason. But can I, for just a second, Jordan Mason, there's something there. Can we have, I don't know what, but there's something there. When you watch him run in a number 24, it looks natural.
Seattle did not want to tackle him last night. They did not want to tackle him.
I wanted him to go into the end zone, and then the other part was like, okay, if you're not going to go in the end zone, you got to go down. Stay in bounds,
go down. And then, so John Lynch makes all these moves.
God, he's a beast.
John Lynch is making all these moves, right? And then, maybe the most important move of the year, to have Jimmy Garoppolo throw in that little baby field and say, look, we're not going to trade you unless we get something we want. And you and I, and a lot of this fan base is like, just cut the guy. Get him out of here. We don't need Jimmy. Just get him out of here. What are you guys doing? They wait. They drive us crazy by waiting. And they say, you know what? Let's restructure your contract. Let's keep you in red and gold. Just in case something awry goes wrong with Trey Lance. And they restructured Jimmy's deal to give him $6.5 million and give him an incentive-based contract. How come we're not talking about John Lynch for being executive of the year?
It's a great point.
Think about the roster they've built.
You know why we're not? It's because he doesn't come on with you and me enough.
Yeah, only one time.
No, but he absolutely is. Absolutely is. There's no doubt about it. I think a lot will be said for Philadelphia and their team assembly and what they've done.
A.J. Brown, I get it.
And they've done a great job just building the team out. But, man, I mean, he's done a phenomenal job right now. And then you look at the West. Just take a step back, Niner fans, before we even get to the playoffs. And I know everyone's like, quarterback next year.
Right.
Just let's look at our division for just a second. Who knows what Seattle's going to do at quarterback? They've got a great pick coming from Denver. It feels like the number 2 pick, I believe.
The top 5 pick.
Okay. Who knows what they do? But
they may get Bryce Young.
As we've seen, young quarterbacks, it takes a second.
And you got this defense. Good luck to that quarterback playing the 49ers.
Look at Arizona. Kyler's going to be rehabbing an ACL injury for the majority of next year. Who knows what they do with Cliff Kingsbury? L.A., is Stafford going to come back healthy?
They're a mess.
They are a mess. Financially, they're a mess, and they have no draft picks.
They're fine.
Okay. So I'm just saying today, the Niners have built a bully, and they've been fiscally responsible with the contracts that they've given out because of John Lynch. And, yeah, they've moved away on some draft picks. But look at it today. Name me a team with more young, good, controllable talent in their either ascension or prime than the 49ers in the NFC West.
I mean, is there any
great question?
Is there any better combination when it comes to head coach and executive?
I would say Andy Reid in Kansas City.
Yeah, and who's the guy? Is it?
It's not Ballard.
Not Leach. God, the GM for Kansas City. Look it up real quick, Spinotti. He's really good.
Yeah, I'll look
and those two guys right there.
Yeah.
Buffalo, what they got going on, you got to give them credit.
Absolutely.
McDermott and whoever the GM is up there. Lynch Shanahan.
Brett Veach.
Brett Veach. There he is. Yeah, I knew it was something Veach. Yep, Veach. Brett Veach. He's been really good.
He's represented by CAA.
Trade Tyreek Hill, not skipping a beat. I mean,
signing Juju and making him look like original Juju.
MVS.
Yeah.
Valdez Scantling. Come on.
When he's set for life drafting Mahomes, so.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah, you get credit for that.
You get credit for that.
I don't know if you know that.
You get a lot of credit for that. Lynch and Shanahan, and they've blown a lot of picks, no doubt about it.
Is Purdy a sneaky Rookie of the Year finalist?
Who would be in that conversation?
On offense.
Dameon Pierce.
Damian Pierce, Houston.
You're 1-10 or whatever, 1 in 1,000.
It's been really good.
He's played a lot of games, though.
It's been a rookie no rookie quarterback, really. You're not giving it to Kenny Pickett.
Stinks.
You're not giving it to Kenny Pickett.
So mediocre.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
Think of what I just said there.
I know.
Think of the sentence I just said.
And it made me think because I don't know any rookies who are really balling out.
I mean, Jameson Williams just came back this week.
Yeah, he had one catch for 41
Sauce
yards.
Gardner's a good one.
Oh,
but
Sauce
he'll be
Gardner.
defensive rookie of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm talking offense.
Offensively?
I'm just
probably
asking,
up for grabs.
I'm asking out loud.
It's probably up for grabs.
They run the table with Purdy here. Like, they don't even need to run the table, which is the beauty of where they're at. God, I can't believe they won. Bonte.
He might get offensive rookie of the year.
Oh, yeah, Kenneth Walker and then Garrett Wilson.
Kenneth Walker and Garrett Wilson.
Christian Watson and Chris Olave.
Yeah, no, those guys will get it. Yeah, they'll get it. That killed that argument.
Yeah, but,
real quick. But I hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying. I understand it.
You know?
I understand it. He's been that good. Let's go back out to the lines. Jose in Oakland. Jose, what's happening? You're on a roast.
Hey, guys. Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Well, last week I called, about a week ago, after the Miami game, I called and I said that if Brock Purdy could sustain what he did on that game, I would call him to apologize. Well, first of all, I've been a Jimmy G big-time fan, okay? But I have to admit it. Okay, Brock Purdy, when he moves in the pocket, he moves not to run away from the pass rush, but give time to his playmakers to get open. And two, the guy is accurate. So even though I still think that we would have gone all the way to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G, I think Brock Purdy is actually the guy that might actually win it. So just to bring a Game of Thrones reference, man, I'm about ready to bend the knee. Yeah, the guy is for real.
Bend the knee.
You know what? Yeah, Seattle has been put on notice. You know what? Payback is coming for all these losses all this time. I still remember that turkey at the 50. You know, I hope we get a chance to someday get a turkey at the 50 on the field, too.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for the call, Jose. Look, he's bending the knee to Brock Purdy. How many apology letters am I going to have to write after this 49ers season? I've already got one to Jimmy.
We're going to change a Dear John letter to a Dear Bonte letter.
And Shanahan. You know what's funny?
So we only like that one.
Jimmy, I know, you look back for validation. He had to laugh for you.
You
put him in a no-win situation. You put him in a no-win situation.
All the hosts look back at the control room.
Right, all the hosts looking back.
Puts us in a position where it's like, oh, boy.
Yeah, when you're not going to laugh and you're going to risk Spinelli.
All I need is a smile.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. Shanahan, I'm going to... When I apologize
like
to Jimmy...
to hear the laughter.
He does. Jimmy, when I apologize to Jimmy, somebody from the Niners said, so... Are you going to apologize to Shanahan now? I said, damn, come on, man. You got to come at me.
I did feel like Leonidas, where all of the spears were flying in the air in 300. And I was like, because I was trying to defend Shanahan, and you were just, coming at me, and I didn't have a lot of ammunition.
I never said he was on the hot seat.
The shield was up, though.
Give me credit. I never said fire the guy.
You want credit now?
I never said fire the guy. I never said he was on some hot seat. I never said those two things.
You said hold him accountable for not getting the quarterback.
Who took the cue cards down for Trey Lance?
I don't know. They're gone.
They're gone?
Who cares?
They took down the cue cards? Who took down the cue cards?
Now I need Jim Cosamore. Now you apologize.
Oh, man. Oh, you know Cosamore is ecstatic right now with Brock Purdy. Ecstatic.
You know what we should do? We should do the Boyz II Men song, the Down on Bending Knee, and you should be the guy with the cane.
Say, I'm sorry, sir.
Hey, baby, I'm sorry. Hey, Purdy, I'm sorry. You know I love you. You know where he's walking on the beach with the open, the open shirt? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah,
the linen shirt?
No doubt. So Shanahan gets his flowers. Lynch gets his flowers. Purdy gets his flowers. This defense gets their flowers. We're running out of flowers. We're running out of apology letters. This team is just unbelievable. They win the West. They win the West
Hallmark
in Seattle. They win the West in Seattle. Hallmark Hill. Yeah, it's gonna be. You're not free either. You're with me too. I'm getting all the heat. I got to be the front man here. Like,
I'm a free man.
There's a lot of blocking going on Twitter. Let's go to Sandeep and Fremont. Sandeep and Fremont. See, you get the pass because you're a fan. They say, well, Shasky's just a fan. So I get this little, well, you're kind of a journalist, kind of a fan. They're coming all at me.
When you're the king, people try to, come for the crown.
Come for the king. You bet not miss. You bet not miss.
This is why I like being Robin Hood. I can go back into Nottingham Forest and not have to worry about all that.
flipping. If you're not flipping, you're not flopping at
No,
this
come on.
time.
This is just, I'm painting
You don't mind
portraits.
saying what's really on your mind at that moment.
At that moment.
Sandeep, what's happening?
Fellas, thank you for taking my call. This Purdy guy,
Oh,
he kind of reminds you of an individual we had in the past in the 80s at quarterback, right? Not the God-given talent, but the God-given instinct to play this game, to understand this game as a quarterback. You know, he's kind of like Joe Montana. I mean, I'm not going there, of course.
well, you did.
But
I mean, you did.
you gotta understand this. Football plays a big role in people's lives. Like,
For sure.
I feel so much better going to work. I feel so much
100%.
better. I mean, my attitude is better. I mean, like you said, no knock on Jimmy, but we seen Jimmy's ceiling. We seen his glass ceiling, and it stops there. I mean, he was our backup this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did a great job as our backup this year. He did a good job. But, we found a diamond in the rough right here, man. Mr. Irrelevant, are you serious right now?
No, it's not serious. And you know what, Nick? Or Sandeep, thanks for the call. Shasky, I get a little loony during football games, which is why I watch them by myself. Remote controls can fly around. F-bombs could be flying around. It's a madhouse for 3 hours.
Okay.
I was so damn relaxed last night at Lumen Field. People were like, dude, I rented the Box Kev right at the club level. Box Kev was
Box Kev was at the game?
Box Kev was at the game. Does some work in Seattle. So he comes by the club level. He's like, dude.
Club level,
Are
huh?
you okay? Are you drunk? Are you high? What's going on? I said, I'm just really relaxed. I feel really good about this
took
game.
6 Percocets.
All right, none of that stuff. Right? I wouldn't be able to make it if I did that today, right? And not many people could make it from a flight last night, sleep on the airplane.
I'm 2 states away from Shasky. I'm super relaxed.
As long as I stay 2 states away, we're all good. Seriously, I was so damn relaxed. And I don't know what it was, but Brock Purdy had a hand in it. He had a hand in it. The first snap he took, throwing the pass, like so many first down passes to
It was
get him on
11
the
and
roll.
11 to start.
I know. It was just like
12
man,
of 16 at the half.
I mean, it was just Shanahan. Part of that is Shanahan calling him a masterpiece. But Purdy, they were all just so relaxed on offense. And I'm like, they're going to win this game. Just how much are they going to win it by? It's going to be 28-3. It's going to be 28-6. Are they going to get that 30 burger? It's a short week. I get it. They're going to run the football. I never felt like, for 1 second, that the Niners were threatened by Seattle to lose that football game. I swear to God, I've never been that relaxed.
I can't get over what we're witnessing. We're witnessing
I can't believe it.
A third string quarterback. Because I've seen Joe Montana basically poo-poo the Rudy story. He's like, that's not how it happened.
Right.
Like where everyone laid their jerseys down and like, we won't play unless Rudy suits up. This feels more improbable that Rudy made 1 tackle in that game or whatever it was in the
Against
movie.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, in the movie. Okay, he made a tackle or a sack
I've
or
gone down
whatever.
Wikipedia. I guess that happened.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. This guy's winning road games in Seattle, a house of horrors, to clinch the NFC West as the third string quarterback when we've invested millions of dollars into one guy and 1,000 picks into another guy, and he just steps in like he hasn't skipped a beat and plays better than both of those guys. I can't fathom what I'm watching.
He did something Kaepernick couldn't do, which is win in Seattle.
Yeah, he's unflappable.
You know, Alex Smith won the 1 game in Seattle. Or he actually won 2.
He won the 2006 game. Yeah.
Thursday night football.
Yes.
And then he won Harbaugh's
His
first
greatest
year.
moment ever was that fourth quarter comeback where he had the touchdown and him and Frank Gore popped.
Yep. Then he had the one in 2011 where he threw the bomb to Crabtree to get in field goal range. They beat Tavares Jackson, Pete Carroll, 1917.
Tavares Jackson.
That was the Skittle game with our boy Big Jerry throwing Skittles at Larry Grant.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's it. The lines are lighting up. We'll get all to the calls. We'll get to the comments on YouTube. YouTube's humming. Damn near at 900 viewers.
Woo!
Who knows? Many more commenting. Twitch, Xfinity Mobile text line. It's a great day to be a 49er.